I made a pretty big mistake. I shouldn't have bought this PC. You gotta f***ing kidding me, dude. Welcome to episode 2 of Flip or Flop, where I buy used PCs and flip them for a profit. We're starting off episode 2 with $530 in our wallet since we ended up making a pretty good profit off the last PC, and I already have some pretty good leads for today's video. We'll call this one PC 1, and it's listed for $500 with some pretty outdated specs. An i5-7400, 32 gigs of RAM, and the RX 6500 XT. Obviously, no one's gonna pay that high for a 7-year-old system, so I talked him down to $250, and he agreed to meet up tonight. Now, if I were to buy the parts separately and build this exact PC, it would be worth up to $435. Now, obviously, it's really difficult to get more of an accurate number when you're dealing with such old parts, but I did my best to put the current used prices I found from multiple websites across eBay, OfferUp, and Facebook Marketplace. So, if I were to sell the PC as is without doing any upgrades, I could potentially make up to $182 profit, which isn't a lot, but you know, every little bit helps. This next deal, however, sounds really good on paper. So this guy's selling a PC with a Ryzen 7 7700X, 32 gigs of memory, and an RTX 4070, all for $1,100. But of course, I had to talk him down as much as I could. And at first, he was being very persistent and wouldn't drop below $900. But I had to bring my elite negotiation skills in play and managed to talk him down to $800. So basically $300 less than the listing price. But here's the best part. This PC is worth up to $1,585 because it's only 2 months old. So the potential to make a big profit is much higher on this one. This video is sponsored by VIPYourCDKey.com. If you're building yourself a PC or you're looking to upgrade Windows, do not pay full price for a key and instead pick them up from here. They have legit Windows 10 Pro keys as well as Windows 11 Pro keys for dirt cheap. Using the code TS20, you'll get a nice discount. And after checking out, they will send you instructions on how to retrieve the key within a minute. And afterwards, all you have to do is go into the activation settings and put it in and you're good to go. All right, on my way to pick up both the PCs. We're gonna start off with the $800 system. And normally I don't drive at night, but sometimes you gotta make that exception if you wanna snag a really good deal. How's it going? Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's kind of heavy. So.
It's all good, I got it.
I got the power cord right here and everything.
Beautiful, beautiful. How long have you had the system for?
I've only had it for like 2 months.
2 months? Oh, wow. Why are you getting rid of it?
I wasn't using it as much as I thought I was, and then just cut some distractions.
Okay, yeah, looks good. I mean, took good care of it. No dust, no dirt. Literally does feel like looks like a new PC. Let me give you the cash in the meantime. 800.
Thank you, man.
Of course. Everything looks good, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, man.
Have a good night. Bye-bye. We got the fresh install of Windows going on, and the PC powers on. Everything looks good. All right, let's load this in the truck and head on over to our second stop. I think that's him over there in the actual parking lot, but I parked on the side here because this is where there's a lot of light for obviously filming reasons, and also I feel a lot safer when I can actually see the person. I'm starving. I haven't eaten in like 6 hours. Oh, bro, went to the wrong address. Bruh, he thought I was going over to his house. Well, at least I can eat my sandwich in peace. He'll be here in 15 minutes, so time for some bonding time with you guys. So how's your day? Hopefully it was productive. But the weather's nice here in Cali. It's like 80 something at night. Security just passed me. He slowed down and looked over. I hope he doesn't circle back and comes over here. He's circling back. Oh, he's here. Okay. Appreciate you making the drive.
Yeah, no problem.
I noticed you got 2 different manufacturer RAM sticks on there. It still works?
Yeah, it still works.
Okay. So why are you selling it?
I don't have time to use it.
Oh, really? Was that 500 gigs or 1 terabyte storage for the
I'm not
SSD?
sure. I think it's 500 gigs.
500.
Yeah.
Let me give you the money in the meantime. 250?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, everything looks good. Just need some dusting and cables and
Yeah.
it should be good to go. I'm guessing you don't have the PCI brackets in the back
Yeah.
and you don't have the IO shield as
Yeah.
well? Okay. Oh, this is the Wi-Fi version of the motherboard?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think the antenna works, so that's why I have this one in here. But it works
Oh, I
just
see.
as good, yeah.
I see, okay. It's kind of bent.
Is it?
It still works?
I was using it like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Everything's good. I'll take it. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, man. Yeah, I mean, this PC is definitely gonna need some work here. Not only in the cleaning department, but we're gonna have to upgrade a few things as well. Possibly even get a new case because this is beat up quite a bit, if I'm being honest. We're missing PCI brackets, we're missing the IO shield in the back, and the freaking memory. I'm noticing this now, but we got 2 different RAM sticks in there. I don't even know how it's still functioning. But yeah, let's go and pack up and take these back home. Okay, so I bought both of the PCs here at the studio just so we can assess the damage, take a closer look at the components, and get a full price list breakdown and figure out what needs to be cleaned and what needs to be upgraded so that we can flip it for a profit. Right off the bat, I'm already noticing a sticker on the side panel. I don't know what it is with people putting stickers on their PCs. It's like putting a sticker on your car. It devalues your car, but I guess some people prefer that. Side panel looks like it's in good condition, definitely needs some cleaning. There's a bunch of fingerprints and scrapes on there. The inside definitely needs some cleaning. I do regret not cleaning the PC on the first episode of Flip or Flop. I got some backlash in the comment section, but you know what? I will be cleaning all the PCs moving forward before I flip them, of course. That's the least I can do. The fans are actually not looking too bad. There's a little bit of dust on them, but I will take them apart and clean them, of course. I'll also take out the CPU cooler, clean the CPU, thermal paste, and then reapply paste as well before I put the cooler on. Also, the 2 different set of memory sticks could be a potential problem here. I'll definitely have to test these and make sure we could even enable the extreme memory profile and if it's going to be stable. And as far as a few upgrades are concerned, I would say we definitely need to add some cable extensions in here, and I do want to add a few more fans on top. We have a bit of a positive pressure going on with 3 intake and only 1 exhaust in the back, so if I add 2 more fans on the top, it will balance out the air pressure inside. Let's go and take a look at the back. Oh, we're missing the thumb screw in the bottom here. Cable management isn't the best in the back. Everything just seems to be tucked underneath the power supply shroud. It's not a big deal. I'm not too concerned about that. We do have a fan hub, looks like, for the fans, and a 600 watt power supply from Thermaltake. So we'll go ahead and add that to the parts list. We even have both of the SSD trays here so we can add more storage if we want to. And overall, the condition of the case is pretty good. I'll give it a B+. It's got some scrapes in the back here. It's missing a thumb screw or 2, but overall, I mean, we can definitely reuse this and we don't have to do a heart transplant. So that's good. I don't know why I'm noticing this now, but my dude inserted the graphics card the wrong way. The PCI bracket is outside of the case instead of inside. So we're gonna have to fix that as well. And it looks like the Wi-Fi adapter is bent. He says it still works. I highly doubt it. We'll see if we can find some cheap one on Amazon to replace because the stock Wi-Fi adapters don't work on the case. And we don't have an IO shield, which sucks. What on earth did he do with the IO shield? Did he just forget to install it? But yeah, I still do see potential on flipping this PC. We're not gonna be able to make a huge profit because of the outdated specs, but once I spice it up, I think we can make $100, maybe even $200. On the system. So this PC actually has the most potential to make the biggest profit for today's video, mostly because it's in excellent condition, it's not even dirty, and it's got all the pieces. Nothing is missing. We even got the Wi-Fi antenna, and above all, it's not using outdated specs. It's gonna pop off the side panel real quick. We definitely have to wipe the fingerprints on here, but it doesn't look like we have to do much dusting because yeah, everything's practically brand new. Wow, no dust at all on the fans. Oh, we are missing some standoffs. I've noticed actually over here. My dude did not install the standoffs inside the case before installing the motherboard. So we're gonna have to add 3 more standoffs over here on the right side. Let's add some cable extensions in here as well. Give it a more pretty look. I wish you didn't go with the black cooler. I feel like a white one would have blended with the color scheme so much better as opposed to the black cooler. Let's take a look in the back real quick. Oh, is that his receiver? Oh no. My dude left his mouse receiver in the back here. He hasn't even messaged me about it. We'll keep this plugged in case he does, so I can return it to him. Oh, beautiful. That is what I love to see. No complaints. with the cable management. Oh, we're missing the hard drive cage. Ah, you little devil, you. It's fine. I don't think anybody uses hard drives in 2024. It's either M.2 form factor or traditional 2.5-inch SSDs, which we have 2 trays here for. So, but yeah, overall, very happy with this PC. I think we got an absolute steal. Okay, first things first, let's go ahead and take out all the components and give it a nice deep cleaning before we start doing any upgrades to it. And to do that, I'll be using my new precision bit screwdriver set, which comes with a ton more bits, as you guys can see, but more importantly, it's got a much thicker handle. And this is gonna help me take apart the tougher screws, like the thumb screws, for example. So I just ran into my first problem, and I don't know why I didn't think about even checking it. This 6500 XT card is the 4GB variant, which makes it completely useless in 2024. No one's gonna buy a PC with a graphics card that has 4 gigs of VRAM. That is absolutely gonna be limiting your gaming performance. This wasn't even labeled in the damn listing, so I think he hid it on purpose, but it was my fault for not even asking or checking. This is a problem because we're gonna have to upgrade the graphics card. So, and that sucks because we're gonna have to spend more money into it, and I don't wanna do it because it's gonna be tough to sell it as is. So throwing more money on such an outdated system is just a recipe for disaster. And I honestly think this might be our very first flop, but I'm not gonna give up. I'll do my best. We're gonna see what kind of deals I can find on OfferUp or Facebook, and we can also probably sell this separately for like $40. I don't know who would buy it, but you know, every little bit helps at this point. Until I can find the right graphics card to put into this PC, I'm gonna continue working on it. Oh my God, the fans are zip tied to the case. I'm just noticing this now. I gotta pay more attention to these things. Okay, the case and the rest of the components have been thoroughly cleaned and we are ready to put everything back together. I also came across a pretty good deal on an Asus RTX 4060 Ti from one of the sellers on OfferUp. He had it listed for $280. I managed to talk him down to 250 bucks, which is pretty good considering a used 4060 Ti averages around $300 US. So we're getting it for 50 bucks less. And it's in pretty good condition. It works perfectly fine, no issues. I think we're gonna go ahead and put this into PC number 1 and sell it just so we can get it out of the studio. At the very least, I wanna break even. I don't think we can make a profit on it, unfortunately, because we have to swap the GPU, but you know, we'll see what happens. Also, do you guys remember the guy from the first video who sold me the 4070 Super and the Ryzen 9 processor? Well, it turns out he actually has a bunch of other parts that he's looking to sell. And instead of putting it on eBay and getting charged a seller fee after he sells it, I gave him a pretty decent offer to take everything off his hands. And I look at this as an investment because I can use those parts, build PCs with it, and then flip it for a profit. So our wallet's gonna take a pretty big hit with all of these purchases, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run. All right, see what you got. Let's start with the GPUs first.
Yep. So one is a newer box. I guess they reduced the packaging.
Oh, what? That's cool.
That's a new one. I don't know if
this is the new one? Okay. Yeah, it's sealed. I believe you. Why do you have so many of the same ones?
That's the most affordable one.
Oh, really?
You have to, yeah.
And how long has this one been used for? A couple months? Okay. Sweet. So it's the power supply. So all of these 2 months you've been all in the same PC or like separate PCs?
Separate piece.
Okay. Yeah, it looks good. I'm sure you saved a ton of money from eBay fees.
Absolutely.
And shipping.
That's why I told you yesterday you're helping me out.
It's a win-win. I get a good deal and you save money in the process too, so. Are you planning on getting any other parts anytime soon?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh, this is a new one. Okay. Nice. Brand new sealed memory.
White.
And white. Nice. Screws for the fans. All right, yeah. 1100, right?
Yep.
Sweet.
Buy more stuff after this?
I'm going to continue. As long as the videos do well, I'll continue buying stuff. Appreciate it again.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be in contact. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let me know. Bye-bye. You recognize me?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So 4060 Ti. You said you used it for a year?
Probably does. Yeah.
Okay. Why are you selling it?
Just haven't been gaming that much.
Oh, really? Starts with a T. Tech.
Are you doing one of those videos?
Tech source.
Tech tours.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I get a picture?
Yeah, of course. Of the truck or me?
Oh. Come on.
Let me give you your money first. 250, right?
Yes.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Also, just for reference, I looked up the cost of each individual component, whether it was new or used, and the total came out to $1,843. So the fact that I paid only $1,350 cash means I saved pretty close to $500 on all of these parts, which will translate to a bigger profit. Okay, so now that we have the 4060 Ti in the studio, let's go ahead and finish up this build. Okay, so the PC is squeaky clean and I somehow magically brought it back to life. It is looking as good as new, almost as good as new. There were some upgrades that were needed. The cable extensions were an absolute must. I couldn't sell this with the ketchup and mustard cables, so I had to throw in some extensions for the 24 pin, the graphics card, and the EPS up top. I also added 2 more fans up top so we can balance the air pressure inside. So now we have 3 intake and then 3 exhaust with perfect neutral pressure. We do have a new graphics card as well, the Asus RTX 4060 Ti, a massive upgrade from the 6500 XT 4GB model. So all in all, with the current parts list, this PC is valued up to $704.99. This is all used parts, by the way. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't think we can get $700. I don't even know if we can get $500. The 4060 Ti is gonna carry this build. So I'm looking to make at least $550 if I can, to make a little bit of profit. So the total I've spent for this entire PC was $250 for the entire system, plus another $250 for the GPU upgrade, $30 for the cable extensions, and then $5 for the fans. So total, I have spent $535 of my own money. So if I sell this for $600, we can make a profit of 65 bucks. Worst case scenario, I'm okay with breaking even. But honestly, I feel like we might even lose some money on this, making this our first official flop of the series, which will be unfortunate, but it will be a very valuable lesson moving forward. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and run a game on this, check out temps, performance, and then we can create our listing. All right, guys, here we go. Another game of the finals. I'm gonna be playing in 1080p high settings. And a lot of you guys always ask me, why do you always play high settings? You get more frames if you lower the settings. And the simple answer to that is, I wanna show you guys what you can get on the absolute minimum with this PC. So max settings, this is what you can easily obtain, and obviously if you lower the settings, you will get more frames. That is the logic behind all this. And right off the bat, we're not doing that well, to be honest. In high settings, we're averaging a little under 60 FPS. Let's do a quick sound test before I put the headphones on. This is what the PC sounds like on full load. All right, let's put the headphones on. Right off the bat, I'm already noticing we're getting, we're pretty much CPU bottlenecked right now. We're achieving 100% usage on the CPU, and that is not a good thing. It means our CPU is not able to keep up with our graphics card, unfortunately, which makes sense. I mean, it's an i5-7400, it's a 7-year-old processor. Oh my God. I just saved that. And I'm doing it all under 60 FPS, you guys. Playing in high settings is not ideal for the finals. Let's go ahead and lower it down. Bring it down to medium. All right, here we go. I don't even know if that did much, to be honest. We're still under 60. Okay, now we're getting in the 60s. All right, let's see if bringing it down to low will do anything. Okay, we're starting to creep up above 60 FPS. I guess low settings has to be it for this game. Yeah, this CPU bottleneck is definitely an issue. I think we went a little too hard on the graphics card upgrade. Probably should have gone with like a 5700 XT or even a 6600 XT. You know what we can do? Let's try playing this in 1440p. If we bring up the resolution, maybe I'll put some stress on the graphics card and we won't bottleneck as much. Oh wow, yeah, bottlenecking is still present. We didn't actually lose that much frames. Increasing the resolution, believe it or not. Okay, I think we might have to downgrade the graphics card, unfortunately. Okay, well, that was very unfortunate, you guys. This was my first mistake I've made in the entire flip or flop series, and I'm gonna leave this mistake in the video so you guys can see all the mistakes I'm gonna be making in the process, okay? I am by no means the smartest person in the world, and I will continue to make simple mistakes like this, like pairing a fairly high-end GPU with a low-tier CPU. This isn't even a high-tier GPU, actually. It's more of a budget slash mid-tier, I would say. But because the 7400 is such an old processor, it just simply can't keep up with the graphics card, and that is why it's bottlenecking. The memory is not the issue. I was able to achieve a 3000 megahertz, actually a 3001 megahertz overclock by enabling XMP, despite having two different memory brands inside the PC. But the fact that they're both the same frequency and CL timing, I was still able to enable the extreme memory profile in the BIOS. So unfortunately, that leaves me in a very awkward spot. I can't sell this PC with the 6500 XT. It's such a crappy card with 4 gigs of VRAM, and I can't put in this card because it's bottlenecking the entire system. So I'm gonna have to sell this graphics card and sell this separately to kind of recoup the funds that I've lost. And I'm gonna have to find a capable graphics card for this PC. I looked around on Facebook the past hour and I did find one seller that is selling an RX 5700 XT for, I believe it was $150. Oh, so she had it listed for $180 and I talked her down to $150. So I think a 5700 XT would pair a lot better with the i5-7400. So I'm gonna go pick that up in an hour, put it inside the system, and then we'll do our testing to see if there's any bottlenecking present. And if everything is good, we can finally make our listing and try and sell this for a profit. Okay, I do have about an hour left before I can go pick up the graphics card, but in the meantime, I wanna work on PC number 2 a little bit so we can prep it and flip it. It doesn't need much. Honestly, I can sell it as is, but I wanna sweeten the deal and clean up the cables a little bit because the stock cables are atrocious. So we're just gonna add a cable extension kit that I picked up from Amazon. So we're only spending an extra $30 on this PC, but I think it's gonna make a really big difference. Okay, so the upgrades are done. I think we can all agree that the PC looks so much better with the white cable extensions. It complements the whole white theme a lot better. In a perfect world, I wish the cooler was in white as well, but it just doesn't make sense spending extra money and replacing it just because of the color. So we're gonna leave it as is. Overall, I spent only just $30 on the cable extensions, which means I spent a total $830 on this PC. And if we look at the updated parts list, this system is now valued up to $1,617, so $1,617, which means we could potentially make a profit up to $787. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the RX 5700 XT, come back, do a quick gaming test on here to make sure everything is good, and then we can list it on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. How's it going? That'd be good. Nice to meet you. Mind if I pop it in real quick? Test it out? Yeah, cool. YouTube videos. Yeah. So why did you only have it for 2 weeks?
I upgraded. For my birthday, my wife got me a 4060, so...
Oh, your wife got you a 4060?
Yeah.
What an awesome wife. She's a keeper, man. All right. Hey.
I've just been a fan for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Source, right?
Yes, sir.
Dude, I saw it. I saw you and I was like, you look so familiar. I couldn't
Oh, yeah?
tell. Usually how it goes. Like,
Do you mind if I take a picture on your car?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. It's a little dirty, but you know, take videos, pictures, have a seat if you want. Yeah, everything looks good, man. Appreciate it.
how much did you snag that graphics card for?
This one?
Yeah, the one that
You guys are together?
No.
Oh.
I'm here with
Oh, yeah,
mom.
sorry. We were just getting gas.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys showed up together. Okay. You got the same beard, same glasses. I'm like, you're probably friends.
I was so confused.
150, right?
Yeah.
There you go, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for this.
Thank you very much, man. Of course. Take care. That's me. Yep.
You got 3 million views, 2 million subscribers, yeah?
It's a small channel. Yeah. I'm working my way up to 10, you know? It's a slow progress.
You are almost there.
Almost there, yeah. Almost halfway.
Plus 1 today, so you are getting there.
Oh, thank you. But you just gained a subscriber today. Fantastic. Oh, it's nice to meet you, no?
Nice to meet you.
Take
Can
care.
we get a picture?
Yeah, of course.
I'll take a picture.
Of course. We'll do one without the camera, actually. Put this down real quick.
Thank you.
What was your name again?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. We have a new subscriber to the channel.
New
Nicholas.
subscriber,
Everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. Okay, so I brought the card back into the studio. I plugged it into the PC, added an extra 8-pin PCI connector cable, and powered it on to test it out in the finals. Okay, so I feared this would be the case. Unfortunately, we are still at 100% CPU usage, and honestly, I think that quad-core CPUs just can't keep up with the newer titles. That is the only possible explanation. And even though we downgraded the graphics card, we're actually getting more frames per second than the 4060 Ti, which makes no sense. And we're in actually high settings too. This might have something to do with AMD FSR2, but we are getting pretty close to like the 70s actually. So cheaper and slower graphics card, but we're getting more frames in the finals, yet we are capped at 100% CPU usage. So there's definitely some bottlenecking present. But I'm still happy we went with the downgrade because the 5700 XT makes more sense with this build and within this budget. So we're gonna try and actually sell the 4060 Ti and see if we can make any money back from that. Okay, so I decided to download and try out Counter-Strike 2 just so we can take a look at performance. And although I can't use MSI Afterburner for some reason, I'm still able to see the average FPS over there on the top right corner. And we're actually not doing too bad. I know Counter-Strike 2 isn't a demanding game by any means, but you know, it's still nice to see that we're getting upwards of 100 FPS in high settings. So although this PC can't exactly play all the AAA titles or any new games in 2024, it's mostly for competitive games like Valorant, Counter-Strike 2, and even Overwatch 2. Okay, man, this PC has been a massive headache. I've spent way too much time on this thing already. I need to get it out of the studio ASAP. So with the updated parts and the 5700 XT, the total value or worth of this PC is $535. How much did I spend on this thing? $250 for the PC, $150 for the graphics card. That brings us up to $400. Add in the $30 cable extensions, and the 2 fans, so you know, $435. This means if I sell it at $535, I will make an even $100 profit. Absolutely not worth it when you consider the time I put into this PC. At this point, I'm okay with breaking even. Let's go ahead and create the listing for this right now. The trick to selling your PCs really quickly is to make a professional listing with really high quality photos. So, you know, I took my time to take some nice angles of the PC with the lights on and with the lights off. I even offered to test the PC in person, whoever is going to pick it up, because I can plug it into my Cybertruck. So I went ahead and listed the PC for $525. I'm sure someone's going to want to negotiate. So I'm looking to get at least $500 for this PC, which will give me a profit of $65, which honestly isn't even enough to pay for the charging of my car. Like I said, I just want to get this out of the studio. Now we wait. And let's go ahead and check out the other PC. Okay, here we go again. The finals on the second PC. 1440p in epic settings. We'll start off with the sound test. Very quiet system. Performance-wise, we're not doing too bad. We're actually getting pretty close to 160 FPS. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So yeah, 160 to 170 FPS indoors, and 150 on the outside. Temps wise, looks like the CPU is not passing 80 degrees Celsius. Oh, beautiful. And the GPU looks like is hovering between 63 and 64. So overall, very low temps on both the components. Oh my God, I can't believe we got that. Let's go! No shot. That's GG's, unfortunately. Well, can't win them all. Now, this PC, on the other hand, has the highest potential to make the biggest profit of today's video, and that profit will be more than enough to compensate for the time that I've spent on the first PC. I only spent $800 for this, plus $30 for the extension, so only $830. But looking at the full price list, the PC can be valued up to $1,622. So I'm gonna go ahead and list this PC for $1,400 even and kind of see where it goes. I think that's a pretty good deal considering that the PC has been barely used and majority of the components are still fairly new. If I do sell it for $1,400, that will bring me a profit of $570. Not to mention, we still have the parts that we didn't use in the previous builds, like the Asus 4060 Ti that I listed for $340, and the original 6500 XT from PC number 1, which I listed for $40. So there's still potential to make a positive ROI on these two cards. Now we gotta wait and see if we have any buyers. What a week, ladies and gents. What a week it has been indeed. After 4 days of dealing with people flaking and lowballing, I finally managed to find a buyer for the budget PC, a few of the graphics cards, and even a potential buyer for the white PC, which I am the most excited about because that has the highest potential to make the biggest profit. So I'm gonna go over and meet with him in a few hours, but before then we have to drop off a few parts that I sold over the weekend. Okay, so I managed to find a buyer for PC number 1 on Discord. He lives a bit far from me, so I'll be shipping it out to him. Final price, $550. I'll be covering the shipping costs, so hopefully it's not too much so it doesn't eat into our profits, but I'm just happy to finally get rid of this thing. I also found a buyer for the 4070 Super. This is the sealed one, which was a lot easier to sell considering it's still sealed. And then of course I did find a buyer for the 4060 Ti as well. So we'll be shipping all of these components out. And I have a potential buyer that I'll be meeting up with later today for the RX 5600 XT. So let's see how that goes. I have a few things I need to ship out.
What's inside?
It's a gaming PC. I'm sorry, how much?
$64.98.
Oh, $64? Okay, cool. And then we have 2 graphics cards that we have to ship out.
Okay. Let's go.
Hey, Jordan. Nice to meet you. Thanks. Sorry for the whole back and forth.
Yeah, no worries.
This is the card right here.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 20, 40, 50. Yep. Pleasure doing business. Enjoy. Take care, man.
Have a very good one.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back home with the receipts. Let's go ahead and assess our profits and loss. Starting with the simple one, the RX 6500 XT is finally sold for $50. So we can add that back into the wallet. We also sold PC number one for $550, but I did pay for shipping. So we have to deduct $65 from the PC. So $485 goes back into the wallet. I also sold a 4060 Ti for $340 over the weekend, minus the shipping costs of $13.72. I'm gonna round it up, by the way, every single time to the nearest dollar, just so we're not dealing with cents. So that gives us a total of $326 back into our wallet for that purchase. Okay, that's great and all, but how much profit did I actually make selling the first PC? Let's do some quick math. $250 for the entire PC. I made the upgrade of the RX 5700 XT, so I spent $150 there. $30 cable extensions and $5 for the two fans, bringing us a total of $435 for the entire project itself. I sold the RX 6500 XT separately for $50. Let's go ahead and add that back in there. I sold the PC for $485 minus the shipping cost, bringing our total profit to $100 even. I'm completely happy with that. I'm just happy this PC is out of the studio and we can work on other projects. To be honest, I was expecting to go negative, but when you factor in all the time I spent cleaning the PC and upgrading it, I consider this still a flop. $100 definitely does not cover the entire time I spent on the PC, unfortunately. But lesson learned. I also went ahead and sold one of the RTX 4070 Supers that we got from the previous video. If you guys remember, I got two 4070 Supers, one of which was sealed, and I sold a sealed one for $550. Let's go ahead and subtract $14 for shipping. This gives us a total of $536 that's gonna go back into our wallet. Our wallet is starting to look healthy now, you guys, but the moment of truth is later today at 3 p.m. Is the guy gonna show up and buy the white PC, or is he gonna flake on me? Good, how are you?
Your name Jason?
I go by Jason.
Oh, okay.
Let's just put it that way. Let me get the PCs real quick. Let me grab the other stuff. I am, yes. This is the original box and all the stuff that came with that one.
Now, you know what? Now I think I recognize you.
You recognize me? Yeah. Okay. But you didn't recognize me before you came here, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, because I have a different name and profile pic, so that nobody recognizes me during these deals. Yeah. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a T.
Tech Source.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, yeah, nice to meet you.
So yeah, here's the.
Did you build this one too, or?
I flip PC, so this one was. I'm the second owner, but it's relatively new. It's only been used for 2 months, I think. Lightly used, yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah, thank you for the deal.
Yeah,
Thanks for the business, appreciate it. Let's freaking go, you guys. Let's freaking go, okay. Finally sold the white PC for $1,300. Originally, I had it for $1,400, but I dropped it down by $100. And 4 days later, we finally sold it. I didn't use Discord, and the guy didn't even recognize me until he showed up in person. So there was no cheating involved, okay? This was fair and square. Let me just take this in. I believe this brings us over to a positive balance in our wallet, if I'm not mistaken. For those of you who are new to the channel, real quick, almost every PC I build on the channel, I end up selling on the for sale section of my Discord, and 99% of the time, I don't make a profit. I end up losing money because of shipping and taxes. But I want to clarify this in case people have some questions, like, oh, he probably got a good deal, that's why he bought both of the PCs. Two completely separate transactions. There were no deals on either of them. $800 PC I sold for $800 even, and the white PC I sold for $1,300. And we're only taking the $1,300 and adding that to the wallet, and the $800 is completely separate, has nothing to do with the flip or flop series. So overall, this was a very productive week, you guys. We ended episode 2 with $617 in our wallet, and yet we still have an inventory to build off of for the very first time. So in episode 3, I'll have to find the rest of the components to complete the build and flip it for a potential profit. Also, moving forward, I'm no longer going to be selling on my Discord server because a lot of you think that it's unfair due to it not being a public marketplace. While I do have some disagreements there, I'm just gonna refrain from selling on there because, you know, I'm gonna try and keep this as fair as possible. And if majority of you guys think it's unfair, posting my PCs on there for sale, then I'm just gonna avoid it altogether. Unfortunately, I did shoot most of this video before part 1 was even up, so I didn't get a chance to read the comments. That's why I ended up selling the graphics cards and the budget PC on there, but I did manage to take down the white PC just in time, and I was fortunate enough to find a buyer on the Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, moving forward, I'm just gonna strictly stay on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. But if you guys have another free marketplace I can use to buy and sell used parts, let me know in the comment section down below. But more importantly, if you guys are still enjoying the series, do let me know by either tossing a like or a dislike. Okay, you know, reading the comment section and seeing how many likes the series is getting is encouraging me to continue doing it. But if it's not entertaining for you guys anymore, feel free to drop that dislike, but at the very least, give me a comment down below with some feedback on what I can do to improve the series. This is still fresh for me, guys. Okay, the used market is still relatively new, and this is a new series on the channel, so I'm doing my best to tweak things to make sure that it's fair. Okay, at the end of the day, it's gotta be fair, and more importantly, it's gotta be entertaining for you guys, right? I'm doing this mostly for you guys. Don't forget the whole reason why I'm doing this. You know, all the proceeds that I make from these videos are going to my daughter's college fund. So it's all going for a good cause. I'm not pocketing the money, I'm not gambling with it, okay? I'm not using it to fuel my hentai addiction. It is all going to my daughter's savings account, which I will put a balance at the end of every single episode somewhere on the screen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.